This is our second time together. Thanks for tuning in. And it's lessons from isolation from Scripture, looking at characters from the Bible, and we can learn lessons from their godly example. Today, it's David. Let's just read the word of the Lord as we think about David in a cave. 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 1. David departed from there and escaped to the cave of Adullam. And when his brothers and all his father's house heard it, they went down there to him. And everyone who was in distress, and everyone who was in debt, and everyone who was bitter in soul, gathered to him. And he became captain over them. And there were with him about 400 men. The Lord bless his word to us today. David is escaping here for the fear of Saul. Fear has gripped him as an individual. And it's interesting that a bit like Elijah, it's also after a mighty victory. He has just had a victory that the Lord gave David over Goliath the giant. This running in fear led him to this cave, the cave of Adullam. It's interesting that there were those who came to him, people in distress, people in debt, people discouraged, people discontented. They came to him in this cave. Maybe that's how you feel today. Maybe that's the situation you're in today. Is it possible that David was able to minister to the needy hearts because of his own past experiences? Big question, isn't it? Sometimes the Lord uses our past to minister in the future. We don't always see it as we're going through the distress and the discontentment and the discouragement, but God often uses those experiences. Think about it. How can I help someone today experiencing those situations? In the difficult experiences of the cave, David suddenly longed for a drink. We didn't read it from the well at Bethlehem. You can read it in 2 Samuel chapter 23. He thought about that well in Bethlehem, and it was beautiful water, clear spring water. And indeed, 3 brave supporters, 3 mighty men they were called, they left, endangered their own lives, and they went and they were willing to support David. Go to this place, get some water and bring it to the cave, risking their lives. David received the water he longed for. But because of the risks that were taken and the sacrifice made by these supporters of David, it says that David took that water and instead of drinking it, he poured it out as an offering to the Lord. Maybe we're like David today. We are through this time of isolation, being supported in various ways by those who have risked in order to provide for us, in order to help us, in order to encourage us. Well, maybe rather than just simply enjoying the benefits of this support, maybe we should consider how we can offer this back to the Lord as an act of worship. A lot of lessons that we can learn from the life of David, but even from David in the cave. We're going to listen to a song now. The song it's called The Canvas and the Clay. And listen to these words, because this sums up how God can use our current experiences to minister in the future. I know nothing has been wasted, no failure or mistake. You're an artist and a potter. I'm the canvas and the clay. You make all things work together for my future and for my good. You make all things work together for your glory and for your name. God bless you. Hopefully see you next week. Thanks for listening.